Hi everybody, well here we go. It is the 23rd of September 2020, which can mean only one thing. Console update 8.3 for Xbox and PlayStation is going to be available to download tomorrow. So I thought I would get the patch notes up today so you can be ahead of the game and understand what's coming. Because this is quite a big one and it hasn't been on the test server. And there's some cool stuff coming in as well. So let's go through the patch notes. Season 8 is winding down, but we've got a few more big improvements to drop before we're out of the jungle. Update 8.3 brings a new ferry system to Erangel. A new item that can temporarily negate blue zone damage. 2 new deathmatch stages on Sanhok, a number of bug and hitching fixes, and more. We've even, at long last, added destructible haystacks to Miramar. Read on for all this info and more coming with update 8.3. So the maintenance is going to start on the 23rd at 0400 Pacific Daylight Time. That's in America, and which is CEST. That's Central Europe summertime. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Is that right? 7 till 1, 6 hours. Anyway, if you come, by the time you get home from work tomorrow night, it's probably going to be good to go. So remember to put your PlayStation in standby mode so it'll download the update, etc. Then they talk about Stadia. Don't care about that. New feature, Erangel Ferrys. For those of you wondering what the new docks in Erangel were all about since we added them last update, your ship has come in. 2 new ferry lines will now carry passengers across the water from southern Erangel to Sosnovka Island and back. There's a total of 4 ferries that make round trips through the game for those of you not feeling lucky enough to YOLO it across the bridge. 4 ferries have been added to Erangel. Ferries allow players to board and travel via 2 set routes between the Erangel mainland and Sosnovka Island. Each route has 2 ferries. Each ferry will depart from the docks with the first phase of the blue zone. Once arriving at a dock, ferries will stay docked for approximately 20 seconds before taking to the sea en route to their destination. Ferries will sound a horn 7 seconds prior to arrival and departure. Hop aboard. Ferries are not available in rank mode or esports mode. Each ferry will depart from the docks with the first phase of the blue zone. That's interesting. So we're going to have to see how these ferries work. I guess each ferry will depart from the docks with the first phase. I guess that's maybe when they start going backwards and forwards. It would be really interesting if they only went one way. Across that way. I've got mixed feelings about these ferries. I think one of the most amazing things about PUBG on Erangel was doing a bridge block. When you had a squad of mates, or even in duos. You could try it doing solos, but tricky. But when you got 4 of you doing a bridge block, and all the cards would come screaming across the bridge, and you'd be shooting them all, and cars would be exploding, and then someone else would set up a bridge block behind you, and you'd be like, "Oh my god!" You really could. It used to be frustrating to get across the bridge because you were always better off, trying to find a boat. So now we've got this other option, which kind of dilutes a little bit of that thing that would happen every now and again. It's not like you had to cross the bridges every single game. But I mean, these ferries are going to have set routes, aren't they? So people are going to camp where the ferries come in, aren't they? I mean, that's so you can have ferry blocks rather than bridge blocks. Anyway, here we have another controversial item, the new item, the Jammer Pack. We've been teasing the Jammer Pack for a while, and it's finally making its Battlegrounds debut. The Jammer Pack allows you to prevent blue zone damage for a short time at the expense of a level 3 bag space. For now, the Jammer Pack will only spawn rarely on Sanhok and Karakin in normal and custom matches. The Jammer Pack uses its energy to temporarily prevent players from taking damage from the blue zone. A new energy bar for the Jammer Pack will be displayed on screen once equipped. Once all energy has been depleted, the Jammer Pack will function only a regular backpack, not giving any protection against the blue zone. Energy depletes more quickly as the blue zone deals more damage. Available in normal and custom matches as rare world loot spawn on Karakin and Sanhok, also obtainable from the Sanhok loot truck. So there we go. So it's only going to be on Karakin and Sanhok to start off with, which is good. I mean, one of the arguments one of the arguments about one of the ways you could make PUBG better is to make the blue hurt more, because especially when you play Warzone, for example, the blue kills you. You know, you can have armor, you can have a gas mask, but you can only stay in the blue, I think, for 15 seconds, and then you're dead. Whereas in PUBG, you can hang around in the blue for an awful long time, especially early game. You can really hang around, and it's very frustrating when you're playing later game. Maybe not the final circles, but the final few, when you're up against the tree, you're in cover and you're waiting, and then someone comes out of the blue and kills you from behind. And there's a strong argument for having, a more dangerous blue zone that forces people in. But then you slow the blue zone down a bit so it can't overtake you, so you can always outrun it, so it doesn't kill you that way. And so the idea of this backpack, what it means is, especially, I guess the cleverer players, you'll keep this until the final circles, when you really need it. When you're out of position, say, where the final circles isn't friendly to you and you've got no cover, and you've got the option of either going through the safe zone and being exposed, or nipping into the blue and coming around with that. Is it something we've asked for? No. Is it something we've imagined? Definitely not. But yeah, I guess we're going to have to see what it's like. Now, new mode, PUBG Labs Arena mode. Now, this is going to be available for 4 days, I understand. They're going to check it out because they've had some problems with this on PC. You have looted items and taken out squads after squads for a winner-takes-all showdown. It is this adrenaline rush that was the driving force behind the PUBG craze. Battle Royale, yeah. We will continue to introduce new weapons and maps to keep our players excited and engaged, and introducing new game modes will be part of that endeavour. Fellow survivors, we are pleased to announce our newest addition, Arena Mode. Click here for details. Oh, okay. I guess we should see what Arena Mode is all about. Arena Mode is a 64-person squad-based match that drops you into one of several sectioned off zones in Erangel, Miramar, Sanhok. You'll fight it out with up to 2 other squads to claim victory in your arena. Should you lose, your team will lose one of its 3 chances, which eliminates you once you're gone. Claim victory and move into the next round with a stronger position than those who failed. When 3 or fewer squads remain, they'll enter a sudden death arena where the winner takes all, regardless of how many chances you'll have left. Arena mode has some other differences from a normal match as well. The biggest of which is that weapons do not spawn in the world. Instead, you'll need to use currency that you earn by eliminating other players to purchase your arsenal through the loadout menu. Knocked allies can also be revived in 5 seconds, which is important for maintaining your advantage in such small, intense fights. Surviving the arena means teamwork and smart tactical decisions, from matching your loadout to the terrain you're in, to watching each other's backs until you've got eyes on your enemies, to coordinating your attack. Arena mode is sure to test your teamwork and communication skills. Here's a quick breakdown of the rules. Okay, so you're buying stuff. In each round, 2 to 3 squads will dive into a random sectioned off area. Each squad starts with 3 chances and will be eliminated once those chances are lost. When 3 or few squads remain, they are placed into a sudden death round where the winner takes the chicken, regardless of how many chances each squad has left. Alright, so everybody drops into these, and then it's like a knockout competition, isn't it? 64 players, Erangel, Miramar and Sanhok. Squad mate revival time 5 seconds. Adjusted blue zone speed. Alright, so they do close off. Your team will have 30 seconds to loot upon winning your arena. Okay, yeah, okay. So again, there's a very strong argument that the problem PUBG has isn't lack of game modes. It's not. PUBG is Battle Royale. That's what we came to PUBG for. That's what we put up all the jank, all the crappy graphics, all the bugs, all the crashes, was because it was Battle Royale on an amazing scale, and a semi-realistic one at that as well. We don't really need any more maps. We've got plenty enough maps. We don't really need any more modes, because you've got, within Battle Royale, you've got solos, you've got duos, you've got squads, you've got third person, you've got first person. We've got team deathmatch as well, haven't we? And we've got the test place we can go into as well. you know, I don't think stuff like this attracts people to PUBG, because the problem is, if you want to play, for example, respawn first person or third person shooters, there's many more better options. You know, if you want to play first person respawn shooter, go and play Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2019 is an amazing game. If you want fast rounds, go and play Rainbow Six Siege. If you want a bigger Battlefield, go and play Battlefield. You know, and there's loads of other options out now. There's Rogue Company. I can't even name them all. There's so many that run smoother, run better, and are more fun than PUBG. And what PUBG has is pretty much OG anyway, Battle Royale on Erangel. I keep thinking they've got to go back to that. Ditch everything else. Ditch all the other maps. Just go back to Erangel, and maybe one other featured map that changes every week to, Miramar, Sanhok, Karakin, original, the snow map that I've forgotten its name of, and then just concentrate on that and make it run smooth and have big queues, well, full queues, so you don't have to have bots. Give me that. I would, if they said that, if an up-to-date patch came tomorrow that said, okay guys, PUBG now, it's only on Erangel now. It's only on Erangel. We've got first person, third person, squads, duos, solos, but there's only Erangel. I would be like, fucking yes. Let me on it. I will play Erangel over and over again. I played it thousands of times when this game first came out on Xbox. It's why I bought an Xbox, to play PUBG on Erangel, not these other modes. Anyway, rant over. Gameplay general. Decoy grenades have been added to Karakin and training mode. Miramar hay bales and haythecks and are destructible, much like their Erangel counterparts. Added Painan and boot camp to team deathmatch. Added additional natural cover in the form of trees and rocks outside boot camp Sanhok on both the north and west sides. Destructible wooden shacks have been re-added to Erangel. These were temporarily replaced with concrete shacks due to a technical issue. Sanhok loot truck added jammer pack to available loot. Greatly reduced the number of level 3 helmets and ghillie suits dropped from the loot trucks. Limited the number of duplicate items dropped from the loot trucks to prevent situations where excessive loot of the same type is dropped from one loot truck. Okay, so assist system. So this is where you get more points in ranked. Team combat indicators. We've added a visual indication for when your squad mates are attacked by enemy players. This will help teams react more quickly to allies under fire, especially those not using voice comms. Additional indicators will now display along the existing teammate UI to help you identify when teammates are engaged in combat. You'll see these indicators in the existing locations. You get information on your teammate's current status. Team HUD, minimap, on-screen 3D teammate icons. The notification won't display once while spectating or watching the death cam. Bot AI improvements. We've made a few improvements to bots to make them a little more natural, to make them act a little more naturally. Weapons. With 8.2 we improved the M416 sound to be more realistic. However, we are aware that the update sound was not as intense compared to other assault rifles, so we've made further improvements to the M416 sound. Please let us know how you think about the new change. I liked it how it was before, put it back. Since the recent sound improvements to the Kar 98K and SKS, we've received feedback that the overall volume of the sounds are too loud. We've heard your feedback and have lowered the volume when firing with the Kar 98K and SKS. Ranked mode. So, train your skills when matchmaking. So when you get into a ranked mode queue now and you're waiting for a game, it's going to take so long that you can join training mode and run around in training mode before the game starts. Yeah, because match beginning time in rank mode has been increased to 120 seconds from the previous. You've got to wait 2 minutes. Oh my gosh. 2 minutes to wait for it. I mean, I would just turn it off and go and play Warzone if that happened to me. Oh, see, if instead of that, what was it called, Arena Royale or whatever that they put in, if they'd brought in solo ranked mode. Give me solo ranked on Erangel. I'll be all over that. I know people will be over duo ranked mode on Erangel as well. Performance and optimization. Reduce the chance of hitching or stuttering to occur when the game is spawning items. Items, yeah, optimized, yes, other than various stuff. General, added jammer pack Added Jammer backpack to custom matches. Esports rule set update. Esports mode has been added with the latest global super rule set. You can read about that on the notes. And they've overhauled the UI. They've added stuff to the shop. Yeah, brilliant. Well done. Battle Bunny outfit. Sounds cool, doesn't it? So there we go. Bugs, lots of bugs fixes. So what I will do, in the description below this video, I'll put a link to the patch notes, so you can go and you can read them by yourself. It's quite exciting. I mean, I do like updates to PUBG, because this game is still the greatest game ever made. Okay? Let me know that PUBG is or was the greatest game ever made. I mean, they've made lots of changes, unfortunately, since it was the greatest game that ever made. I think it was probably still the greatest game that was ever made until they got rid of Vikendi, the original Vikendi, and they introduced Karakin. That was when it really, really started to go downhill for me, because I loved Karakin. Loved Vikendi, the original Vikendi. I know it didn't run right. I know you had to have it installed on an SSD on console for it to run, but for me it did. It ran great, and I thought that was an amazing map. I thought Vikendi was as good as Erangel. I mean, it's not now. It's just a white and brown blob now with a stupid train that runs around it. I think, you know, Erangel is still great, and we've got the gliders on there. Miramar is still great. Sanhok is... Well, Sanhok, you know, they've taken the edge of it by making all the rivers too, you know, narrow, so you don't have to. There's not the choke points there used to be, and the frustrations there used to be with those. But that was part of the spirit and the charm of the map. So, Brendan Green, man, get on that plane in Holland, get your ass to South Korea, sort them out, man. Come on, give us our PUBG back. Anyway, that's enough from me. Put your questions and comments down below. I'll see you again soon.